Hey everybody, Zach Dean here, and this is video 2 of 30 for the next 30 days here with Healy and my journey, teaching you guys how it works, quantum biology, and going through all my challenges and concerns and victories and successes with you guys to accelerate your journey, learning about Healy and how it works, and so you guys can benefit at home. Yesterday's video was called Connecting the Dots with Healy. If you haven't checked it out yet, go check it out. I literally spoke about mitochondria. I spoke about my quantum mentors, who it is that helped me open my mind up to understanding what quantum biology is all about and how the Healy actually has a massive part to play in increasing our cell voltage and the communication within our body and the information. And I also went through the scanning of the Healy. And so today I'm going to go through more so the frequencies, how the frequencies work. I'm going to show you the app in a moment as well and take you through step by step. But before we do that, I wanted to show you actually the science of this machine. And I think for me, when I started to learn about the science, it filled in the blanks for me to understand, okay, this machine is amazing. It's a medical device. It's been around for a long time. And this type of research and science and this modality on healing is like, I don't know why I didn't know about it. Like seriously, I've been in the health and wellness field for many, many years, and I'd never heard about frequency-specific microcurrent therapy. I never heard about microcurrents. I'd heard about Rife frequencies and some other, I guess, frequency devices, and I heard about Nikola Tesla, and I heard about quantum mechanics. I watched a documentary, what the bleep do we know? That's an awesome documentary if you haven't checked it out already. I knew about the importance of frequency and thought and vibration on water, and how our body, is up to 80–90% water, and our thoughts have a vibration. So I knew about the invisible forces of the quantum, but not to the degree that there was a device that I could actually use to help increase my cell voltage. And so here in the manual, Healy manual, if you go on Google, you can check it out, or I'll link it below in the show notes. Literally the first part of the science. And for anyone at home who wants to know about the science, how it works, if you're wanting to kind of delve deep into the understanding behind it, these two people, Robert Becker and this guy here, Dr. Nordenstrom, they were two incredible experts in their time, and Healy and Time Waver, the company, have actually used their research and used their understanding to help create a foundation of what Healy and this machine is all about. So I'll just quickly read this. According to their model, humans are only as healthy as the health of their cells and their ability to communicate with each other. Cell health can therefore be determined by one simple parameter, the electrical cell membrane voltage. So the voltage, if we have a low cell voltage, you can see here, guys, a low cell voltage, things like inflammation, pain, reduced blood flow, tumors, cell division, and even cell death at a certain frequency. If you start to up the frequency, you then have things, you have more communication, more information, more flow, more chi, and less of inflammation and tumor growth and things like that, as well as a healthy cell, young, healthy cell. So this is what I want to chat to you guys about just really briefly. And so Robert Becker, this is him here. You can check him out on Wikipedia as well. He died in 2008, but he was an orthopedic surgeon, and his research was all about the electrophysiology and electromedicine. Right, I've got one of his books here as well. One of the coolest quotes I found is, "The greatest polluting element in the Earth's environment is the proliferation of electromagnetic fields. I consider that to be a far greater threat on a global scale than warming or the increase of chemical elements in the environment." So that is huge. He said this many, many years ago. So I was also recommended this by one of my quantum biology mentors, and his book. This is a great book, Body Electric, the Electromagnetism and the Foundation of Life. I'll quickly read this to you guys. The Body Electric tells the fascinating story of our bioelectric selves. Robert Becker, a pioneer in the field of regeneration and its relationship to electrical currents in living things, changes the established mechanistic understanding of the body. He found clues in the healing process in long discarded theory that electricity is vital to life. Okay, so this plays a massive part on yesterday, talking about Jerry Tennant's work, where healing is voltage. So this guy actually studied salamanders and frogs. And what he did is he hooked up, he was studying the regeneration process of frogs and salamanders, and they'd cut a leg off of a salamander or its tail, and guess what happened to the salamander's leg? It regenerates. That's what they do. They create a particular electrical current that regenerates that. So they pulled and figured out the exact voltage of the salamander in the regeneration process, and they connected that to the limb of, not to the limb, but of the broken or cut off limb of a frog. And guess what happened to the frog's leg? It regenerated. Not perfectly, but it regenerated. And so that's what this is all about. It even says here, it says, they then applied extra current using small batteries to a newly lopped group of plants, augmenting the regeneration current. These battery-assisted plants restored their branches up to 3 times faster than the controlled plants. So even plants can actually be supported through electrical current to accelerate the regeneration process. So I thought that was fascinating, right? So this is who's behind the research with Time Waver and Healy. Another guy, this is Dr. Oh gosh, I'm going to stuff his name up, okay? Nordestrom. He was the chairman of the Nobel Assembly. He discovered how to use electricity to shrink lung and breast cancer tumors with no side effects. His work was ignored. Okay, so electrochemical treatment of cancer. This is an amazing read as well if you really want to study these guys. So I'll put this in the show notes below, but really fundamental stuff. Why haven't we been taught this stuff? I just don't know. So yeah, even, you know, even looking at some of the science here, oh gosh, I can't click it because of my screen and Zoom, but even this one here, the amazing effects of Healy and on red blood cells. So going from the roulet, which is, you guys can see here, all the clumped together red blood cells, which is deoxygenated, no flow, no charge. They're not free, they're stuck, they're stagnant, they're dying, you know, slowly. And so that you'd feel things like sluggish, tired, foggy brain, you know, unmotivated, things like that. There's not much flow happening in the body. And then they did one of the frequency programs for a whole hour, and this were the results. This was the results. Pretty amazing. Stretched out, more space, more flow, more energy, more life. You'd feel more energy, more, I guess, healthy, as if this was your blood compared to that being your blood. So that's really, really interesting. So there's lots of science behind that, and that's in the Healy manual that's, I can link down below on page 36, goes through all the studies. But I wanted to show you guys my scan for today. So day 2, yesterday, I think what came up was the exam. So learning systems, I've been doing lots of learning, and I thought, hey, why not do a scan today? So I've gone through, we're just going to do the resonance scan. And then I'll show you guys the other app that actually has all the frequencies. So we'll go through the Bach flower remedies another time. Let's get this. So this is getting me to focus on one point. It never actually scans my fingerprint. It could be my knuckle or my elbow. It doesn't really matter. It just needs to be focusing on one point. Look, learning programs are coming up again. 67% learning programs, 53% meridians 1. This was similar to yesterday. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into learning programs number 2 again. Here we're going to go learning programs. So there's 9 different ones. Let's do a quick scan. All right, exam acute, exam stress acute, concentration. So these were the ones that were coming up from yesterday. So it's very similar, okay? This is the same kind of state that I was in yesterday when I was doing it. So how do you then find the programs? So what we do is we close this app. Make sure the Healy's on again. We open the Healy app. We go connect. And so this actually has all the apps, all the programs here. Let's just close that for a sec. Open that again. So there's 120 different programs. It pulls from 144,000 different frequencies. There's a disclaimer. And I'll go to the specific category. So that was me doing the pure program this morning. So these are all the different programs, guys. Gold, local stimulation, learning, fitness. For example, in here, you know, care is all about the immune system. Energy is for energy, obviously. Relaxation, pretty self-explanatory. We go through step by step. This is a lot for pain in the body. Yesterday, I had a lot of tension in my jaw. So I used the sticky pads. So I stuck them on, and I used that on my TMJ. And that was like so good. 2 or 3 back-to-back 20-minute sessions. I also had a bit of a sore arm here as well. I think just how I'm using the laptop, and I put it right on that spot. I stuck these on like this. I think it was 2 or 3 20-minute, 30-minute sessions, and dramatically gone. It hasn't been pain, hasn't had any pain since. So that's what's in there. And in the manual, there's more descriptions and whatnot too. Learning, okay? Let me show you the rest of them. There's learning, there's fitness, there's positive thoughts for job and sleep. There's, all right, what else do we have? Mental balance, skin, beauty, bioenergetic 1 and 2, bioenergetic balance 2, meridians 1, 2, chakras, protection programs, electrosensitivity, support, deep cycle, and an energetic boost, which was released to help support the lungs and some other body systems. So what we're going to do is go into learning program, and I'm just going to give you guys a bit of an understanding. Let's go learning system first. So this is going to show exactly how to connect it to the wrists. So you put the wristbands on. Ideally, what I recommend is getting half a glass of water and just putting your finger in there and putting a little bit of water underneath and then sliding it in. It does need to be quite firm as well. So we're going to go like that. And while that's happening, you guys can see on the screen, the programs are getting transported from the phone to the Healy, okay, through Bluetooth. So the cool thing about this is once it's connected, you can turn the Bluetooth off, so there's less EMF, right, which is really cool. And so once it's programmed, now I'm going to connect the wrist clips. Here we go. Oh, the cords, I mean. So the cords go in here, and here's the end, like that. I'm going to connect it to one wrist. Just going to wet the other wrist here as well. Just under that, I recommend a little bit of water. And this, folks, is frequency therapy at its finest. Welcome to my clinic. So that's a joke. All right, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a dude who loves food and healthy living. All right, so we're going to put that on for a sec. And as you guys can see here, learning system, this is the intensity. I can go up from 20%, 15%, up. And it's also connected here. So it's a 57-minute program. And now this is the cool thing about it, 33.4 hertz. That's the frequency it's putting into my body right now. It's going to change in a couple of seconds, 394.8 hertz. That's what I'm getting, what's coming through into my body. I can feel a slight tingle, kind of like pins and needles, slightly. And if I go really high, it's like, zzz, it feels like I have superpowers. But I'm just going to go until it's comfortable. Less is more. Don't go to 100% all the time. Make sure that you drink a lot of water with this as well, before, during, and after. Just a bit more water helps actually stimulate, you know, the current, as well as detox if that happens. When I first started with the Healy, I was getting headaches the first couple of days, but it disappeared after about a week. And so I just drank some water, went easier. I didn't go up to 100% every time. If I do this, it's like, bzz, bzz, bzz. I feel it in both hands. Sometimes you feel it in one more than others, but we can go less intense there as well. So this is going to be the first 20, 30 minutes is figuring out, and there's a crystal in here that picks up what's going on in my body in every moment. So do I need 458.6 hertz, or do I need the next one, which is 330 hertz? And so the first 20, 30 minutes is figuring out for me in this moment which ones are most beneficial. The last 20, 30 minutes of the program is focusing just on the frequencies that my body needed personally in this moment. So if I did learning system now and I did it tomorrow, the combination, because there's about 400 different frequencies that are in learning system, it's cycling through. Do you need this one? Do you need that one? What about this? What about that? Yes, no, 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 more of this, more of this. Okay, focusing more on this one. So that's what it does intuitively. With the quantum sensor, based on 13 years of medical research from a German company called Time Waver. And they have massive, big practitioner model machines, 20,000 euros. They're in 40 countries. There's about 2,000 to 3,000 practitioners, and they have massive machines. This is the first portable unit you can use anywhere. And ideally, they say 3 of these programs a day. Just drink a fair bit of water and also stay relaxed and connect to the earth. Go ground, do it outside. This is what I love about it. It's reminding us this is self-healing at its finest, you know? To go outside, ground, take your shoes off, meditate, drink some water, rest while you're doing this. And this is a nice, it's just energetic support. But what is learning system doing? Let's go to the manual. Learning system. Oh, learning system. All right, 1 times daily. Learning system, bioenergetic activation of the central nervous system. Okay, learning acute, supports learning through cranial stimulation, memory, energetic stimulation of the brain metabolism. Right? How cool is this? You know, instead of taking pills, which have their place, they're not my go-to for healing, but this is more of my cup of tea, so to speak, as we say in Australia. This is more aligned to my values. It's not pharmaceutical, it's more natural and based on frequencies, which is what pills and everything boiled down to anyway. Why not use the remote rather than having to take the stuff? So yeah, this is really cool. Here we go. Concentration, bioenergetic optimization of oxygen supply. What? So this is a full manual. It goes through everything here. I'm also going to show you guys the other part of the Healy, which is the, where do we go? This one. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to do what they recommended, which was the ear electrodes. So I'm going to clip these off and I'm going to stick in the earplugs. Okay. These are the earplugs that you get with the Healy. In America, I think they're not available just yet, unfortunately, but they will be hopefully one day. So I'm going to stick that into here. Now, it doesn't matter which one you put it in. Just put it in either one. There you go. Done. And then I'm going to click Learning Acute. Okay. It's transferring the frequencies here onto the Healy. I'm then going to wet these. This is my recommendation. Wet these a little bit with a little bit of water, just like that. You're not going to break them. If they're dry, your ears could be zapped a little bit. So I'm just going to put that here on my ear and here on my ear. New German earrings. Now this is always going to be brown. You guys can see this here. It's always going to be brown. And it's a 20-minute program. It's 0.5 hertz. And the same thing again. I'm going to go up from 15%, 20%, 50%. Now with this one, it's quite strong. I feel a slight kind of rocking as though I'm on a boat. As soon as I put this on, I feel a massive relaxation in my body, in my mind. It's like I'm meditating with my eyes open. And usually when I do it and I breathe, I'm like, it just for some reason balances out my brain. I love this one so much. It's the same as the anxiety one, as well as the mental balance. It helps me with anxiety, I must admit. So that's how you utilize that. And that's, you know, don't you do this driving, obviously, but do this in a relaxed, calm position, usually at nighttime. Instead of having a glass of wine or some sugary stuff, I'll have my mental balance or my learning acute. It's just a great way for me to chill and relax. And if I'm fatigued, this is a great way to relax as well. So that's the ear electrode one, guys. I want to also show you the local stimulation of, say, my jaw, okay? The TMJ issues that I've had and that I'm working on, and how the Healy supports that. So what we're going to do, all I do is I click that one. It shows me how to do the sticky pads. So I'm going to stick, okay, stick this on again. See how it's 0.3 hertz? So this is what they've scientifically studied, that 0.3 hertz is designed to actually help with pain in the body, specifically tooth pain. Now, if they don't get sticky enough, you just wet them a little bit. And they're not going to always stay here. What I usually do is I just press it in. But right now, if I go up, 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 it's always going to be black as well. Sometimes black, sometimes white. I can actually feel this in my jaw. So you guys can see this here. Obviously, you guys are thinking, what the hell is this guy doing? So yeah, 20-minute program, 0.3 hertz. I can feel this going into the part of my jaw that's sore. I can feel it. There's like it's like it's actually doing something. And the other day, I've been waking up sometimes clenching, like opening, and my jaw's been clicking, and this has really helped me reduce the tension in my jaw, which is really cool. But it could be your wrist. I did my wrist, my arm the other day. It could be your knee, it could be your back, it could be whatever you're working on. This helps put that electrical charge into that area to support the body's natural healing. So this is how it works, guys. You can do this daily, multiple times throughout the day, and it's used to help frequency match. The whole idea is matching the healthy frequencies of certain body systems to the matching the certain parts of the body to energy systems. Let me start that again. So you can do this multiple times throughout the day, guys. All you got to do is stick it on, follow the instructions, and off you go. Below is actually a website that I created. So if you do want to learn a little bit more, I created this website below. It's down below, it'll be the quantumhackers.com, and it teaches you more about Healy. There's more of my testimonial, more of the benefits, some other testimonials. If you come through here to watch the webinar, there's a couple of friends who ran a webinar on Healy. They talk about the company, the science, how it all works, more results in there as well as some more understanding on the programs. And then the next page is actually a live demonstration. So we go through, Max and Sarah go through how the Healy works, going through a demonstration as though they're kind of like a client in their villa in Bali. So jealous. And some more information there as well, guys. So if you do, and also more if you want to learn while you earn. And a lot of the mentoring that I offer people with Healy is systems, templates, funnels on exactly sharing Healy with their network to build a secondary source of income. You know, this is launching in America, just launched May 1. And globally, there's less than 50,000 people who use the Healy. So this is an incredible opportunity if you're health focused, you're healing focused, you want to support people on their journey, or maybe you're a practitioner who just wants a new machine to actually offer as a modality, and you can charge, you know, $50 an hour for a Healy session. Or whether you want to be, you're an online marketer and you want to impact other people and contribute and really utilize your skills to make a difference whilst also earning an income. Click on this one here, learn while you earn, and we'll go through a training program there, and we can get in touch to have more of a one-on-one conversation. So yeah, guys, that's there below. So what did we go through today? We went through the Healy manual. If you wanted to learn more about the science, you go to, I think, page 36, and that goes through all the different studies there as well for pain treatment, for studies on the psyche, for stress, aggression, insomnia. If you're wanting to learn about more of the neurology or the infections or the skin issues and the science that's backing this up, cardiovascular, internal medicine. So these are incredible studies that you can go and research and learn more about as well. We also went through Robert Obecker, who this guy was, how incredible he was with his study on regeneration with his book, Body Electric. We then also went through Dr. Nordstrom and his discoveries on using electricity to shrink, these massive, the C word, let's not say it here. And then, so I'll link that below, as well as going through a blood video that was there talking about the results before using the Healy. I think this was the immune system one, before and after. So I think that's really, really cool. And then we went through the website and everything there too as well. So any questions, let us know, reach out to us. And tomorrow we're going to be going through more of the results. We're going to bring some friends on board to share with you how they have been enjoying the Healy, and to bring you more into the world of how this all works. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.